going to try some video too right now before the seats blow over, and it looks like they're going to blow over in about a second here with the wind. But anyway, just thought this would be a good way to kind of show the top side as such of the interior without putting things back, so the understructure and so forth can be more easily examined. So we'll just do a quick walk around here. Hope the seats stand up, but everything's been cleaned and really in pretty darn good shape overall. The whatever modifications for the twin engines, as you can see, have been made, and since I've never seen another Cavalier Cutlass, and for sure not one with twin engines, you know, I don't know what was actually exactly like a factory twin engine installation would be, but anyway, this is what these are like, and it all works, needless to say. So I put the gunnels along with this. You can see the compass up front, just some more things that come with what you're getting, and the seats are about set to blow over, I'm quite sure, so I'm going to walk up and maybe take them off the pedestals. Well, no, I'm going to make it, but let's do a close-up on the conditions here of things so you can see the actual condition of the fabric and so forth. Let's do that too. So far so good. Pan down to the actual flooring itself. Beautiful day in northeastern Minnesota. It's in the 40s. Middle October, middle to late October. Going along here, there's a dual battery compartment right below the one compartment here that we're looking at right now for the dual batteries, and then also right where the camera's looking right now is where the auxiliary gas tank is. I believe it's a 26 gallon. I'll have to take a look at what the specs say on that, but it'll be included with everything. The engine covers themselves need a little bit of work, but the top part is gorgeous, and they're still structurally very, very good. No problem there at all. As you can see, things are looking pretty good. Everything's good on top, all right? Everything's good. Sun out. Those of you familiar with the Cavalier Cutlass realize this is the captain's chair right here, and the console, or for all the controls, dual controls, would be where the cutout is right there, and then inside you have a galley area and the head on the other side, and of course there's no flooring per se under those, at least not the kind you can take out easily and have any value in showing. The cushions are both in very good condition. Original equipment, I would presume. Don't know for sure. Underneath the compass you see a vertical support for the front frame that I had to take out to get the starboard side cushion platform out. Just a little too tight, so I'll have to modify that when I put it back in. But I wanted to make sure that everything, all the structure, the inside of the hull was going to be easily seen, inspected, and or worked on. It's the whole idea of it. Here, we're going to have this as good as is possible. I may have mentioned it in an earlier video, but the previous owner basically took 2 years to do the twin engine modification. He worked on it in his wonderful heated garage, the first winter, spring, whatever. Put it in the water, and he didn't like the balance of it. So he took it back out and reconfigured it and moved it back or forward a matter of inches. That's what he did. And it's a sweetie. It's, you know, you're no lacking for power, needless to say. The engines do need tender loving care, and because they haven't been run in a long time either. So, you know, whether they're totally savable or one would have to start over or do whatever, we don't know. We really don't. Okay, so there you go. He also installed a secondary gas tank, as you can see right there. Anyway, for someone who's really into Chris crafts and wants to have, well, I'd say very much a classic boat, this baby is great. I love it. Okay, enough for now, and any questions, needless to say, you're going to call, and I'll do my best to fill in the questions and the answers. Okay? Take care. Here we go. One more shoot of the boat before I cover it up to get it outside. It's April 4th, I think, today. Just so maybe, you know, the individuals looking at it will have a better idea, but before it's covered up. But anyway, the transom is actually obviously in need of refinishing, but I think is absolutely basically sound. The end of the transom, it needs, the boat hasn't been in the water since it was repainted on the bottom, so we're just seeing it, but that's been over 10 years now. I even hate to think how long it's been. But anyway, I'm going to just kind of pan it here. You can see a little bit of the exterior paint is chipping away, but it's still, you know, 98% really good, and I think would not have to be totally redone. I had raised the water line when I repainted it because it had the twin engines put in, and it was just sitting a little bit lower in the water than I wanted it to be. And you can see the, you know, the side gunnels as such. I have the strips that go along longitudinally from front stem to stern there. Not on it right now. We're getting up into the cuddy cabin, and the most work that needs to be done is going to be here. And I'll just kind of pop up and show you. It's under the canvas right now, but for sure the front decking on this side will need to be replaced. There's no question about it. So underneath the support panels you see there, and I'm thinking it must have come from when the anchor tie-down was put in that allowed moisture to get in there. But and also right up where you see the the nuts for the radar is also soft spots there. So this portion of the cabin and front cuddy will have to be redone. I hope so. Anyway, walking along. Once again, the hull is still basically, I think, in really good condition, and potentially with somebody good in feathering, I believe they could do a really good job. This is one hole I noticed right here. Okay, back to shooting. There is a hole right here. I'm not even sure if there was something potentially mounted on the inside that necessitated that being out there, but once again, this is the area where the repairs need to be done, and where you see the piece of plywood on top, this general area. The anti-fouling bronze paint, once again, the boat hasn't been in the water since that was done, so from the water line on down, I'm thinking you're about 98% clear on what you need to do. And there's a little spot right here where you can see the rub strip pulled away. Looks like that the wood underneath there needs to be attended to. Looking up the front, it's a beautiful boat. It just is, and it pains me that it hasn't been in the water for so long, and now with my spring, summer, fall business, it's just not going to happen. Okay, walking around. Okay, once again, you can see the shine on the hull. Looking pretty good. And the trailer too just needs to be a little sandblasted and renewed. It's in A1 shape, and the thing of it is too, none of this stuff has that much time on it when it comes right down to the boat being a 69 model. I've had it since 93. Oh my gosh, almost 17 years, and it's only been used, I think, 4 or 5 of those years. I forget, maybe a few more. I don't think has been in the water in the new century at all. I could be wrong. Memories work here. The top, by the way, it's all stainless steel supports for the canvas top, and I think the actual top is totally clean upable and savable, and potentially the back covering, camper, whatever you want to call it, covering. I'm going to spend some time and get that cleaned up. It's going to need some new the plastic windows, but potentially in a zipper sewn in. But I'm thinking it's going to be potentially very, very savable. And as I say, the back rail, something I can drive with stainless steel supports, and kind of modeled it after Chris Craft I had seen in a picture, and wanted something on the back just to make it a little bit more secure. And then of course the uprights for the downriggers, as you see, as well too. So anyway, that's just a little update on it as we get it ready for covering, because it has to come out of the pole building right now for other things that are going on in here. But it's spent a happy time in here the last couple years, definitely out of the weather, and so I'm going to get a good covering on it, and something that will also make it relatively easy to take the cover off for inspections. All of the interior stuff, floorboards, engine hatches, seats, what's left, all the cushions and all that stuff is stored inside as we speak. I'm going to stop this and just shoot one more inside.